Hello everybody, Appalachian Naturalist here. Welcome to my living room. It's really the just 4 feet from where my desk is. And you might see my cat running around in the background. His name's Cat. Anyway, so here's kind of a weird sort of an update kind of a video and are you guys interested in this sort of a video? So I've been gone for a while. Hours have been picking up at work, and I've been working on a couple projects on the side, and just haven't had a whole lot of time to really work with the YouTube channel. But so I thought I'd do a quick video, see if I drop any interest. So I have my entomology collection stuff with me right here, as well as some of my insect collection. And I don't remember when I started collecting insects. I think it was 2009 or 2010. But every summer I go out and I collect bugs. And I pin them, or I try to pin them. The reality is they end up sitting in jars of isopropanol for years, and then I pin them. And that's just pretty typical, I guess. So I'm debating on creating an entire playlist dedicated to insects, capturing, pinning, and identifying insects. And, well, maybe spiders. I don't know. I don't have the book for that one yet, so I don't know if I want to cross that bridge just yet. But I do have a large interest in insects, and for the longest time there, I was debating on whether to go do a graduate program studying insects or studying spiders. And every time I think I make up my mind, turns out I find something of the other group that really fascinates me, and I'm like, ooh, I want to learn about that. And then all of a sudden I'm on the other boat. So I still don't know what I want to do. But I do want to go to graduate school at some point, get my master's degree. Probably not going to happen before I hit my 30s. So, oh well. I was going to show you guys my insect collection, or my insect collecting kit, until I looked up the price on the internet from where I ordered it from. And I swear this thing's doubled in price since I ordered it. It's over $100 now. It's like 120. So it would be very interesting to see how people at home would emulate what I do in collecting insects. Because that's $120 is a lot for an insect kit, especially if you don't necessarily know that you enjoy collecting insects. So I'm not gonna go over this in this video. I changed my mind. I might put together a video for if I do this playlist, I'll put together one of the first videos on the absolute bare necessities you need for an insect pinning kit, and I'll try and see if I can find some do some online shopping and put together a list from the cheapest places. So there you go. So we're not going to talk about any of this stuff or any of that stuff or anything that's in here. And I've added on a lot to my insect collecting kit than what it actually came with when I ordered it. But behind me here, let me move this thing, is part of my collection. I have another 4 of these, full of bugs, and it continues all the way up there, and then some. So this is the stuff that I have pinned, plus another 4 of these back in the bedroom, and a bunch more of these. So this was my old storage method, and it worked well because it was cheap, until I got these little itty-bitty beetles, and they started destroying my specimens one summer when I was away teaching somewhere. Not that one, that's a bad example. So basically, these are just these 3-tiered things you get for paper. I guess they're supposed to be for paper. You put on your desk or whatever. But some of my orthopterids, you might be able to see. Not that one. But anyway, these little itty bitty beetles got into my collection, and then they bore through many of my pinned insects and ate out what was left on the inside. And now I got little holes born, dug through the orthopter. Let's see. Dug through my insects, and it kind of destroys it. Like, you guys, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. Okay, how do I do this? The thing's attached to the thing, and... Okay, here. Oh, yeah. Give me a second. Everything's backwards, the tripod's backwards. Alright, so. Okay. Cool. Alright. So, you can see all that crap. That's what was ate out of, all that stuff was what was on the inside of my bugs before those beetles got into it. And, where is it? There we go. There's one of them, dead and deceased. Whoops. I don't have the macro lens on right now, but that's one of them. It's dead now, but let's see here. You could you might hold on. You can see that little hole right. Oh, I need to put on the macro lens for this. Right there, right. What happened to my light? My LED light turned off. How'd that happen? Right. You might be able to see it as the white light reflects off the abdomen there. You'll see a round hole. Yeah, shoot. I don't have a way to point at. There's another one right. Oh, for crying out loud. Right there. Anyway, there's holes all throughout the abdomen where these beetles have ate their way through the grasshopper or locust. Locust in this case. Carolina locust? Yeah, Carolina locust. So, I've been curating my collection, cleaning it up, figuring out what I need to catch to replace these damaged specimens. Like this guy, he's been in my collection since 27th of September 2009. So there you go. I guess I started collecting bugs in 2009. So let me shut that off. So I have some some fixing to do on these things. There's a lot of there's a lot of really neat bugs out there. So let's see. There you go. Electric light bug. Those are fun. Dog day cicada. I'm a little bit of an idiot because I didn't think to grab any of the periodic cicadas while they were around. Oops. I guess I'll wait 17 years for those guys. Here's my electric light bug. So some of these are a little disorganized because I've already moved those specimens out. And I'm doing this now, which is the new system. Well, for me it's a new system. So here's all my bees, wasps, and ants here. Well, some of them anyway. And what I'm doing to kill these little beetles that got in just about everything. They got into my food. They got into all kinds of stuff. So I've been pitching stuff, and I don't know how the heck they got in, but oh well. So these are my butterflies and moths. These guys have been in the freezer for almost 1 year. As of June 30th this year, they would have been in the freezer for 1 solid year, and that I think will kill the little beetles that are damaging everything. So there's some really neat stuff, and maybe I'll go over how to pin these guys. And here's some of my beetles. So if there's any interest in pinning insects, throw a comment down below or something. Let me, you know, if 10 people say, yeah, do this, then I'll do it. Because, you know, I don't have a huge following right now. So 10 people's enough justification for me. I got this, well, there you go. June 26th of 2016, last year. And it's been pinned and it's been drying for almost an entire year. So I can go over how to do all this if there's interest. I'll give you some scale. It's quite a big moth. Yeah, this is one of those silk moths, I think. I haven't even identified it yet, but I pinned it last year. There's some other neat bugs around here. If you've ever gone fishing with Hellgrammites, this is the adult version, or yeah, the Hellgrammites. This is the adult version of a Hellgrammite, and this was pretty dried out by the time I got it. A friend got this for me. But this is a Dobson fly. It's missing the abdomen entirely, but this is a Dobson fly, and yes, you're seeing it right. These are great big mandibles. Kind of spooky. But this is the adult, the Dobson fly. When they're not adults, they're called the Hellgrammites. They do get bigger. Here's one I collected a while back, and I didn't actually I actually forgot about it, left it in the car. They get a bit of a funky smell once they dry out. But if you preserve them right, they don't. And that was not preserved correctly at all. It's actually in a coffee cup. I saw it on the side, or I saw it at the lake and thought, oh, I need that. One of the things I might do a video of is I got this. I'm not going to take it out because I don't want to damage it. I got this really awesome Hymenopterid, and it's been dry for a while. Here, let me take the lid off so that you can see what I'm talking about here. So this is really awesome. Those great big things you see there are ovipositors. They use them to drill into trees and lay their eggs deep into trees. And I've been wanting one of these guys in my insect collection for a long time. Yeah, it has all three ovipositors there. It's quite big. It's about 1.5 inches long. I don't know if... There. Try not to make you seasick there. Its head is down at the very bottom. Its abdomen is pointing up in the air. And those real long appendages are the ovipositors. I actually have a picture of these guys, or a similar species, laying its eggs in a tree over in central Ohio where I used to teach. But I'll show you guys how to build a rehydration chamber to rehydrate a dehydrated bug and to pin it correctly if you have an interest in that. So, yeah. This is kind of haphazard. And the fun doesn't end there. Let me show you something. All those boxes behind that shield I never finished, all the way down the floor, those are all full of bugs in jars. So there's no shortage of insects to pin. There we go. There's no shortage of insects to pin and demonstrate and teach and all that. And I'll be out collecting more insects here here this month. I like to get an aquatic dip net so I can get some benthic aquatics like well, here, let me just show you. Now in this jar there, the big thing is a dragonfly nymph, and I have a bunch of smaller damselfly nymphs in there. 1, 2, 3, 4 damselfly nymphs. And the label's not in there because the label's on my desk. I was identifying the dragonfly nymph for a class I'm going to be teaching this summer. So I'd like to collect some of that stuff too, and I'll talk a little bit about that. So if there's any interest, put a comment down below. Let me know. If there isn't any interest, then I might just hang off on the entire entomology thing until later, and focus on other playlists. Like maybe if I get a fix a problem on my computer, maybe get back onto the ARC playlist that was doing the dinosaur things. They've added some new things, but I can't run the program very well anymore since that last fix or whatever they did. Anytime they optimize it for efficiency or whatever, it gets worse for me on my computer. Yeah, I might do some more on the botany playlist. I'm not sure yet. So throw a comment down below or send me a message. Let me know which direction you want to see things go in. The bird, the bird playlist, the ornithology playlist I filmed another 3 videos that I never uploaded. They're still in the camcorder. That was months ago. So maybe I'll get those uploaded here sometime. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. I got nothing else. Get outside, find some bugs. Where's the button? Everything's backwards.